Ever wish you had a magic button that makes people just agree with you? Like, without any arguing, any pushback, just a simple, yep, sounds good. We've all been there, right? Trying to convince your friend to watch that movie, or maybe even something bigger at work. It can feel like pushing a giant rock uphill. But what if I told you there's a way to make that rock a whole lot lighter? What if you could understand the secret psychology behind why people say yes? Today, we're diving into the sneaky but totally ethical world of persuasion psychology. Forget those cheesy sales tactics. We're talking about understanding how the human mind works so you can get people on your side, almost without them even realizing it. Ready to unlock this superpower? Let's get into it. Alright, so first things first. We're not talking about being manipulative jerks here. This is about understanding human nature and using that knowledge to communicate more effectively. Think of it as making it easier for people to see things from your perspective. One of the big ones is something called reciprocity. It's basically the I scratch your back, you scratch mine principle. We humans are wired to want to return favors. So if you do something nice for someone, they're naturally more inclined to do something for you in return. Think about it. Has anyone ever done you a solid, and you just felt this urge to help them out later? That's reciprocity in action. So, look for small ways you can help others out. Offer a hand. Give a genuine compliment. Maybe even just share a helpful piece of information. You'll be surprised how often that good karma comes back around. Next up, we've got social proof. This is all about how we look to others to figure out what's right or normal. If we see a bunch of people doing something, we're more likely to think it's a good idea too. Ever noticed how restaurants with long lines often seem more appealing? Or how testimonials and reviews can really sway your decision when buying something online? That's social proof at work. So, when you're trying to persuade someone, try highlighting how others are already on board with your idea. You could say something like, hey, a lot of people have found this really helpful. Or, our team's been seeing great results with this approach. Now, let's talk about making things seem a little bit special. This is where scarcity comes in. Basically, when something is perceived as being limited or in short supply, we tend to value it more. Think about those limited time offers, or only a few spots left promotions. They create this fear of missing out, right? You can use this subtly in your own interactions. For example, if you're suggesting an activity to a friend, you could mention that you're only free on a certain day. It implies a limited opportunity and can make them more likely to commit. Just don't fake it. Nobody likes a phony sense of urgency. Okay, here's a clever one. Consistency. We humans like to be consistent in our beliefs and actions. Once we've committed to something, even something small, we have this psychological drive to stick with it. You can use this by getting people to agree to small, easy things related to your bigger goal. It's like dipping their toes in the water before asking them to dive in. For example, if you want your colleague to help you with a project, you could first ask them for a small piece of advice on it. Once they've contributed in a small way, they're more likely to feel invested and agree to help with a larger task later on. And finally, let's touch on the power of liking. This one might seem obvious, but it's huge. We are much more likely to be persuaded by people we like. So, how do you make people like you? Be genuine, be friendly, find common ground, and show empathy. Listen actively when they're talking, and try to see things from their point of view. When people feel understood and appreciated, they're much more open to what you have to say. Now, remember, these aren't magic tricks to control people's minds. They're about understanding the subtle nudges that influence human behavior. Use these principles ethically, and you'll be amazed at how much smoother your interactions become. So, what do you think? Are you ready to try out these psychology hacks? Let me know in the comments below which one you found most interesting or which one you're going to try first. If you enjoyed learning about these sneaky persuasion tactics, in a good way of course, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to dive deeper into more psychology tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe. We've got tons more coming your way.